Piping hot coffee blows. Like, you have to literally blow on it to cool it down. Otherwise, you're going to end up with teary eyes and a badly burned tongue. So why do cafes put up a flashing neon sign that says, "Piping hot coffee," when you can't even sip it straight away? And exactly how hot should your coffee be for it to taste its absolute best? Let's find out. But first, let's talk about brewing temperature versus serving temperature, because your coffee is going to cool down as it brews. So you cannot drink your coffee hotter than you started brewing with. As a side note, do not, I repeat, do not reheat your coffee because that will ruin the taste of your brew. Back to brewing temperatures. So the Specialty Coffee Association recommends brewing with water between 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. That's already lower than piping hot, which we will say is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature at which water boils. But how low do you go before taking that first sip? Now that's up for debate among the coffee experts. The National Coffee Association of the USA, the go-to experts for many large companies in the food and beverage industry, says that coffee should be served at around 180 to 185 degrees. But the fellas over at Coffee Detective think that's too high and say it should be 155 to 175 degrees. And for even some, that's too hot because they argue that it is difficult to taste the subtle flavors of coffee above 150 degrees. So they recommend 120 to 140 degrees. I know, that's a lot of numbers, but stick around and we'll find the Goldilocks zone. I promise. According to a few studies, higher temperatures for both foods and beverages amplify perceptions of sweetness and bitterness. But sourness and saltiness become more pronounced at lower temperatures. So to enhance the sweet and bitter notes of coffee and mask its sourness, higher serving temperature is good, but too high and you won't be able to taste your delicious brew, and you'll end up with teary eyes, burned tongue, all those bad things. It seems then that the ideal coffee temperature is somewhere between lukewarm and scalding hot. If you think that's too vague, here are some numbers for you. For more pronounced sweet and bitter coffee notes, have your coffee in the 155 to 175 degree range. For a brighter, more acidic cup, aim for the 120 to 140 degree range. But if all you care about is a hot beverage you can wrap your hands around on a cold winter morning, you can have it at 180 to 185 degrees. But don't expect it to taste great. Practically speaking though, you're probably not going to stick a thermometer into every cup of coffee you make. And anyway, it's going to cool down over time. So the first step is to make sure you brew at the right temperature. And to answer the question, how hot should you be drinking your coffee? Well, it depends on you. Drink it at whatever temperature you feel the coffee tastes best. So are you going to start drinking your coffee hotter or cooler? Do you use a thermometer to measure every cup you brew? Leave us a comment and let us know. Hit the thumbs up below if you liked the video, and subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about brewing better coffee. Thank you so much for watching, and happy brewing.